Hello.
Hi.
We are live. We are live. Yay. Hello.
Woo!
Welcome to Facing Gaze live show. I just realized I titled the live show wrong. I just saw it right now in this instant when I was going to speak because I didn't write episode. Oh yeah, I did. Actually, never mind. Either way, we are here to discuss Freshwater, which was our September book. I forgot which month we were in,
Yes.
and yeah, what to say.
No.
It was a very, very sad and depressing book. But
Yeah. Just a bit.
not at all like what we're used to reading here. I think we read just like necromancy books and we just joke around, and now everything was sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are here. Hello, Tanya. Hello,
Hello.
Sarah. Yay. Do you wanna kick us off with some thoughts?
I enjoyed it, but it was heavy. It was like one of the shortest books we usually read, but it was like the heaviest book we that we read. But so it took me a minute, but it was good. I quite liked how it was written. Like it's not that it felt different, like it's built different, but you know what I mean? Like I just enjoyed how it was written. Just a Kweke Emezi can write a book. You
Yeah,
know,
they can.
they really can. And I really liked Ada as a character, and it was interesting to see all of the different voices from Ashgara. It's really the only voice we got, and then we got a little insight from Vincent and Samachi. Was that the
Yeah.
name? Okay, something like that. Yeah.
I
But
can't believe you expect me to remember names.
listen, okay. But I enjoyed it, and also because like there was like a couple random poetry in here, which I thought was good, and I liked it.
Yeah. I liked it too. I did. But it was also really sad. And like I think there's so many good elements here, and I think it's also is a really good actually book club book because it's many, many things to interpret and talk about and be like, what did you think this was? What do you think this was? And that's why I was excited to talk about it. But yeah, it was sad. And like little I don't think a single happy thing happened in this whole book.
Mm-mm. Not one thing.
Like, and it's not even like how to say, like we usually make a lot of fun of the books we read. There's nothing to make fun of either. It was just like what can you say? I don't even know. Yeah.
It was sad and good.
Yeah, it was really well written.
Mm-hmm.
It took like a second to get used to the writing, I think.
Yes.
But like, yeah. But yeah, so I was listening to the audiobook read by Quakers themselves.
Yeah, I listened to the audiobook while reading this. So yeah, Kweke Emezi narrates the audiobook, and they do a fantastic job. It was really well done.
I should have listened to the audiobook, but I didn't have time.
Fair.
But not actually sci-fi fantasy. I agree.
Yeah.
But I was just like when reading it, I was like, oh.
It's like, where was the fantasy? Where was the sci-fi?
Yeah, but maybe that I think it depends on how you interpret the book. That's what I mean. So yeah. Our book is well done, really hard to listen to, places with great stuff. Cried in acknowledgements. Oh no.
Oh, I didn't read the acknowledgements. I just kind of stopped.
I think I read acknowledgements. That was a word. Acknowledgement. I read acknowledgements, but I don't like remember exactly what it said. But yeah. Should we just what to talk about? Cecilia.
I mean, we could start from we already talked about the writing. We could start off talking about maybe Ada as a character and going from there.
Yeah. I mean, when talking about Ada as a character, it's like the whole book. Because it's
pretty much
like it's not like I wouldn't say it's a plot. It's not like they go to do a thing. It's like it's about Ada and what comes out in her life. I guess. But yeah, what I want to say was that oh my god, I lost my train of thought. It's like it said that this book is very autobiographical or I cannot speak. Like it's written from a Quaker's life, like what they themselves has gone through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it can be looked at. I can't say the word autobiographical. Help me.
Autobiographical?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just can't say a word. Okay.
Fair.
And they have written another book that Sarah mentioned called Dear Centuron, which I really want to read.
Mm-hmm.
Where I think it takes up a lot of the things that happens here, if I ever understood what people have been saying about it. So I think, as Sarah says, it will be interesting to read that and see how that compares to this.
True.
But yeah, Ada as a character, what to say? We don't really follow Ada though. We follow a voice, and I think that starts off the whole conversation about the voices. I saw some people take up in the Discord. I don't know if you read it, but like there's a lot of similarities between the voices Ada hears to DID. If I don't know if you thought about it as well. I thought about it as reading it. And like I don't know how we're gonna interpret the voices. Like, does Ada have DID? Like I don't have that myself, so I can't speak for that. But yeah. Or is it something else? Is it I was gonna say magic, since like it is put on a fantasy. Or is it something else completely? Like, is it spirits? I don't know.
Yeah, because they mention that they're gods pretty much throughout the entire book. So it's kind of like, is this gods from like a different like tradition, like world or something like that, for a different world, or maybe it's the gods that maybe Ada's ancestors
it seems like a hint to like ancestry.
Yeah, and say they're around because of the belief or something like that. Yeah.
Or is it just that the voices think that they are that, but are they really?
True.
Yeah.
That is true. And there's like a lot of moments where it made it seem like that maybe Ada has a DID, like when she goes to the therapist, and I feel like the therapist is asking those kinds of questions, like, oh, how is this voice doing? Like, how is, you know?
Yeah. And I saw some people saying in the Discord, as I said, like in the Facing Gates Discord, that they were like, it's a really harmful trope where like people with DID, everyone thinks, because of stereotypical movies and stories, people think that people with DID just like, I don't know how to say it, like are crazy and just will kill you because they will get like a personality that is like super violent and will kill you, because of that movie named Split, especially.
Yep.
That like went into a lot of harmful stereotypes, and that this book reminded them of that. And that is of course not a good thing, but we cannot disregard that the author themselves also has gone through this, it seems.
Yeah, so it's kind of like this is based off of their own personal experience. So we don't know like the what was I gonna say?
Context, like, or the story, or like,
the context of how much is truthful and how much is like put into the story, you know what I mean? So it gets like it turns into like a touchy subject when you think
yeah. Of course, neither of us are experts in this field at all, like we can say. And if like it can feel like it falls into like those harmful stereotypes, because the voices that Ada hears did make her hurt herself. So I can see that they feel like that, but we also can't disregard that this actually happened, kind of. Yeah. Sure. Anyway, it's so heavy. I don't know how to talk about it without being like
what?
Yeah. So Tanya says, we do see Ada do some stuff and how she reacts and feels to things, but she's not very present at all. That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
And they are Ligbu gods. I can't pronounce that.
Oh, Igbu?
I read it as an L. I don't know why. Yeah.
Oh, no, that's an I. Oh, yeah. Igbu gods.
But
what Tanya was saying about the voices. Yeah, we hear what Ada is doing, but we really don't, for much of it, hear from her perspective. It's mostly from the voices' perspective, like as a whole, or just from one specific voice. So, which is kind of interesting to see that. It feels like you are inside Ada's head, like with the voices instead
You're
of like,
inside her head,
yeah,
but you're
instead of
not
watching.
inside her head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're inside her head, but you're also in a distance. So it's like,
yeah, I feel like that is one of the things I like the most about the book is like we are Ada, but we are not. I feel like you haven't read a book, at least like in a long while, where we are one voice inside the main character's head, but we are not the main character. And I think was very interesting.
yeah.
So
I can't think of a book I've read that felt like that.
No, not at all. I was at first, by the way, so confused. I did not understand that we were inside Ada. I was just like, who are we? What is going on? And then when you like got into it, you were like, this is so yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I started really starting to get it once she moved to America and started like going to college. Then I felt like I was like, oh, okay, I know what's happening now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's also because of the kind of non-linear timeline. It felt, I was like confused at first of like, oh, first we were like at freshman year, and then we went to senior, then we went back to like sophomore. And I'm like, what are we doing here?
But none of those expressions means anything to me. When people say senior or freshman, I'll have to like Google what the different years are.
Like the first year of college versus the last year of college.
Yeah, I know like what it is because I heard it so many times, but I forget all the times. I have to like Google them, like, what's fresh year again? Is that first year? Like, you know what I mean? Because we don't call it that here. So like, yeah. Either way, someone said hello.
Hello.
And Tanya said, that's an I, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We do see voices gods help her get through traumatic situations, like taking Ada away and taking the pain she would have experienced. That's true.
Yeah. Sure. We do see her try to help her through situations, but we also see the voices definitely not help.
Yeah.
And
I feel like
hurt her as well.
Yeah, and like trying to like isolate her, not wanting her to have other relationships. Like they want to be in the focus, kind of. But yeah, but also protecting her, which I think is a common thing when you have the idea also that personality has formed to protect you. Just because I saw a lot of parallels to the ID, that was a word. But yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah. Do you I don't know what I was going to say.
I'm trying to think of something. I'm like,
do you think that the voices are just voices, or do you think that they are actually gods?
I feel like this is one of those books where it's like I'm going to get like not get more of it, but like see things I didn't see before upon a second reread, and so or second reread, a reread. That's what I meant to say. But where did I put the book?
I don't know. You lost it, even though you just had it.
I put my laptop underneath it. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Anyways, what I was saying was that yeah, I feel like once I like do a reread, I'll be able to finally like determine that. But I'm thinking that I don't know, they could be gods. I feel like it could be a mix of both.
Yeah.
Where it's
or
like,
do they just think they are gods? No.
Yeah, where they think they're gods.
Yeah.
But like, are they actually?
Yeah. Especially, I mean, I think it depends on what you believe in. I'm not saying that people cannot believe this in real life. I mean, like believe in those gods. Like I want, like nothing against that. That's not what I meant. But I meant that. How to say? I don't know. It was difficult. Like, if that's what you believe in, then it could be for you. But I think another person could also just be like, well, you're crazy. Not that that is a good thing, but like, it's very hard. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But what to say? This is like, this is like the shortest book we read, and I cannot say like a single word.
No, I feel you. It's like one of those books where it's kind of like, wow, I need to like
I also feel like Ada was really unfortunate in her life, meeting so many people that just gave her toxic relationships. She was in so many toxic relationships. I'm like, can you meet someone that is not an asshole, please?
Like, I
know,
hope, I
like, the
wish.
world is filled with assholes, but it was just so unfortunate that she met so many people that were like not treating her well, and you know, her first relationship was horrible.
True. And if they weren't an asshole, they were only like that for maybe like 5 minutes. And then they were
Yeah.
like, no, I'm going to be an asshole now. And you're like, why? Why did you have to do that?
Yeah. Yep.
That's
Okay.
funny.
So it's confusing me a junior year to near the end, if I don't misremember. Like, junior is tiny, but it's near the end.
Junior is the second to last year. It's the third year.
That's confusing.
Then there's 4 years. Yeah, so it goes freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior.
That's confusing.
I don't
In
know
a way,
why
the
it was like
voices
that.
are selfishly centering themselves and not letting Ada be Ada, which she might have been without them. That's true.
Yep.
That was like not good.
Yeah, actually
Unrelated.
that.
But my favorite line is the Ada had liked being seen as a boy. She felt like it fit, or at least the misfit of it fit. The wrongness was right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was a really well written book. Like,
Yeah.
I had parts where I read and I was read. I read them, and it was just like, this is really good.
Oh, yeah.
I even tabbed some pages again.
Oh, look at you.
But do I remember why I tabbed them?
Yes. Oh, no, you don't. I know you don't.
Let's just see.
I know you didn't write down why you tabbed them. Because you never
I don't
did.
know if we said, but like, we probably like, I don't know. Have we talked spoilers? I don't even know. It's like,
not really.
Yeah, but I guess we could go like more into details and spoilers.
Yeah.
Here we're just like, oh yeah, I tabbed this because the author wrote a year later he would climb up the fire escape, rumple and handsome in line and suit to kiss her, and she would be sad because he was curiously lovely, but everything was too late. So it was like a year later, because it happened quite often where like they would like skip, what's it called, foreshadowing. They would skip in time and say that something would happen, but then we went back again. And I thought it was done like in a way to keep the reader like, what does it mean? And I like that. Like, that was a nice writing. What to say? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this? I'm just like, what is this?
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, this was when she was raped the first time.
Yeah.
That was great. No, this was when she was raped the first time.
Oh.
I marked it with blue because blue is a sad color for me. But yeah, it was just I knew it was coming because I had read that like it was in the book. But it was just like, she didn't even know where that happened. It had just happened, and maybe more times, and she couldn't remember.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I just remembered a part of the book that I wanted to talk about. I thought it was interesting. It was kind of mentioned, but I don't remember if it went into like quite a lot of depth about it. But that Ada would self-harm to feed the gods.
Yeah.
I was
That's
like,
not good.
Yeah, and I was like thinking about it because I was like, I can't remember if they went in depth or if it was more like just like the occasional sentences that were stated.
I think like the self-harm was just mentioned like here and there. Like, it didn't go like, I think it went into detail like once.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, for me, I didn't register it like thoroughly until like, yeah.
No, I thought that interesting. And I think that part would really not work in the favor of, but like, I guess the theory that the gods are actually like, are magical, and that's what's inhabiting her.
I think that's why it's also categorized under fantasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. It's a non-binary mood. Sounds like it.
Yep.
I don't really tab either, but for facing yes, I write on post-its and put them inside the cover. I need to do that. But every time I'm going to do that, I don't have my post-its.
You just need to put them in the book.
Okay.
Not okay.
I think
put
the
them in the
mirror
book.
symbolism is really thoughtful. Ada breaks mirrors and uses the glass to physically hurt herself. And mirrors are like external observation too, seeing how others view her.
That is, yeah.
That is depressing.
That is very depressing, but you are very much correct.
Yes. I love the occasional subtitles in Igbo. Yes, I have feed it to Google Translate, and I'm not sure how much I can trust the translation, but I'm always for linguistic diversity. True.
Yeah. I did like that part. I'm trying to remember what, like, it's not like in every chapter, but when it's there, I don't know why. It just felt really good. It made me like,
yeah, I didn't understand what it said, but I was like,
yeah,
mm.
didn't understand what it meant, but I liked it. I wish I like put it through Google Translate, but I didn't do that.
Yeah, I was at work and I read this whole book at work.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm just sitting here. It's so sad. And I was like, bingo. And I was like, okay. Yeah.
I get you. Let's see. Oh yeah, and having that part in the audiobook was really well done.
Yeah.
The Igbo.
I wish I could say I related. What did you think about like the voice that now my names disappeared? Asugahara, however you pronounce that, like protected Ada when they had sex.
I thought that was interesting. And even I remember a part of the book where it said that like they were talking, Ada and Ashuga. I think that's what it is. I feel like I said that wrong.
Ashuga.
But I know when they were talking and Ada said that, yeah, you're always there when I have sex because I think it was Ashuga said it and said like I'm always there because you can't do it by yourself, and I'm there to protect you and all that, which I thought was really interesting also because some things that Ashuga did would like be contrary to that. Like,
what do you mean?
Like force Ada to take lovers that she didn't want to take.
Oh yeah, that's true because it was Ashuga that wanted to.
Like, yeah, Ashuga wanted to do it, but Ada was like, I don't want to do this, but Ashuga would constantly
because every time they seduced people, she took over, and then they took over, and then
and that whole I guess it was like more of like a fight, a confrontation where Ada was like, why are we hurting these people who are innocent? And Ashuga was like, well, were we innocent? And I was like, oh. that part got me. It was like really emotional, but I just thought it was really interesting that like Ashuga would really try their hardest to help Ada, but would also actively harm Ada in the process. So I thought they were a very nuanced voice. I thought it was interesting. What do you think?
I think it was interesting too, but the whole thing was just not good. I think like it was not good for Ada because she was sexually assaulted.
True.
And I don't think she ever got to deal with that because she just had this voice as she interprets it that just like instead of actually going through it and dealing with it, it just like goes in front of it as a shield and then it just like keeps fucking. I don't think that's a good way to handle it.
Yeah, that's true. I remember also during that one fight, I think Ada said like, you're not strong enough to say no or something like that, but you're strong enough to protect me from it, which I also thought was really interesting.
Dang, this book had like so many like there were so many things to think about. It's like it's a very well written book.
It is very well written. Like there's so much depth.
Yeah. Like even it's short, but there's so many things you can think about in the shortness. I don't know. In the sentences, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Each like there's not one part of the book that's like not needed or not necessary. You know what I mean? Where it's you can interpret every single section and it would just be it's just interesting.
Yeah. What did you think about the boyfriends? Not this first boyfriend because he obviously sucked. But the second boyfriend.
Which one? The one from Ireland?
No, the one who had a girlfriend.
Isn't he? He was also the one from Ireland.
Yeah, I don't even know
Yeah,
where it
because
was
I think
from.
the first one was from
Wasn't he
Iceland.
he was the white one, I think.
No, the first one who sexually assaulted her was also white.
Oh, but I think she said when she was with the next one that he was the first white dude.
I think maybe the first white dude. I don't because I remember the other guy. Maybe he was not white and from Iceland. That could be it. Because I
Yeah.
remember him saying you should come to my homeland and see the Northern Lights, and I remember hearing that part.
Yeah, but
But
either
yeah,
way,
either way,
the
that
second
dude.
boyfriend with a girlfriend, I was like,
See, I already knew it wasn't gonna work
yeah.
out well because he already had a girlfriend, and I was just like, this is not gonna work.
But then they broke up because they did eventually get married or something.
Yeah, they did
Yeah,
eventually.
they broke up and then went back together. But the reason they broke up was because Ada wasn't like open herself fully when they had sex or something. She held back because
Mhm.
because
Because of Ashuga.
yeah. And I'm still just like, but I thought like Oshuga was good at it. So I'm confused.
I was like, was good, but
Yeah.
it was not. It wasn't Ada. Do you know what I mean?
True.
And so, especially because I remember this one scene where Ada and Ashuga were talking, and Ada said like, like, oh, him, I don't remember his name, but like but he's irrelevant, but like, oh, he really wants me to open up fully to him, and I don't
Yeah.
think I can because you're here,
Yeah.
and something like that. So it's like he wanted all of her, but you know, when Ashuga's there, that's not her. That's the other voice, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some comments.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're just talking. So
Oh, they were saying Soren. Or Soren was the first one, and the
Tanya said that this is how you say the name. I don't know how to read that.
Ashugara. I listened to
Maybe.
the audiobook and then I immediately forgot how to pronounce it, which is my fault.
Rama remember made me sad how her mother wasn't around. I don't remember exactly what happened, but the mother traveled a lot and moved. Yeah, I think did the mother just leave them all and went to America and then later sent for them in the beginning?
Yeah, something like that. I remember that I think her mother stayed there for 2 weeks during her like first, like when she started college and then left, and I was like, why? I was so confused. But
yeah,
I guess her mom was just like working in other countries or places.
yeah. Sorry, I'm a little behind. I kind of thought it was based on the idea, but was like magical realism, so the voices were real things. That's what I took from it.
Yeah, I see it.
It could be, but like, yeah, I think it had a lot of what's it called parallels to the idea, but I think I don't know if it was supposed to be or not. I think it could be also a bit up to the reader, since it is a fictional book, but at the same time, it is a bit autobiographical. Look.
Autobiographical.
Yeah, a bit like that too. So you could also think about the author, but yeah, I don't know. I can't answer it, but yeah. I think this is about the mother worked in Saudi Arabia. And one boyfriend was Danish. Yeah, he went to Denmark at some point.
Yep, I remember that.
We had Northern Lines a couple of days ago. Nice.
That's cool.
I have it sometimes here. No, not really. Like once.
Never seen it. That's not a possibility here.
But it's like I need to go further north to see properly, but it has been here where I live.
Oh.
I am pretty far north, so yeah. Søren was the first one I know, but we don't talk about him.
Sorry, we don't like him. We don't
like him. He stole also the teddy bear. That was rude.
I would, if I saw him in public, you would have to hold me back from beating him up. I'm not even lying. Nope.
Yeah.
Fully beat up.
That guy a girlfriend was also 27 and met when she was 19. Yes.
Yes.
I wanted to mention this, but I totally forgot. I was just when I read that, I was like,
I forgot to for a minute.
This grooming, we do not approve of it. That was nasty. I feel like also since Adam met Søren so young, because that was before this dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, she was sexually assaulted and she never like dealt with it. It just like ruined so much going forward.
Yeah.
And I'm just like so sad for her.
Pretty much just scarred her for life.
Yeah, of course it would scar anyone for life.
Well, yeah, but
But like, and then she also went into this relationship, which was not good either. And I'm just like,
just back after back.
And then she also has these voices in her head. That's not really helpful.
Not particularly.
Yeah, I mean they could be helpful, but they were also not helpful.
So, they were not very helpful.
No. Oh, so yeah. I reside in Denmark. I reside in Norway. I don't know why I said that, but I felt like you.
I'm just like, yay.
So don't take my words with too much weight because I'm also a singlet. But the way I see it, it's just like they're actually culture specific genders. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I have seen people like talk about this too. Like I don't know a lot about this, but I know it's a thing.
Yes.
Yeah, like they're culturally specific forms of multiplicity that has, in this case, nothing to do with the ID. And I know
Yeah.
that maybe a Quaker writes about that in their book, like their non-fiction book that was just out. So yeah. So even though it has a lot of similarities to DID, I don't know, like if I don't know if it's supposed to be, because I think what Tanya has talked about here is relevant to what is happening here too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it says, I feel like it mentioned something at the very beginning about that, and I just can't think about it now. But
Yeah.
I know it says that, like, on the back of the book, it says, young Ada is troubled, prone to violent fits, bored with one foot on the other side. She develops separate selves within her as she grows into adulthood.
Yeah. But like I know there is, like, as Tanya says, like culturally specific forms of multiplicity. It was really nicely written, Tanya.
Yes, that was nice.
Much more eloquent in words than we are. And I think that, like, maybe not a lot of people, I don't know if everyone knows about that. Like picking up this book in the store. Oh God, you disappeared.
Oh, sorry.
Thinking about this book in the store, you might not think about this at all. You might just like think about the ID because that's the most known multiple selves people know about. Yeah, that's what I'm
that's
trying
true.
to say. Yeah.
Like, unless you know about it, or if you read, or you've like seen it before, you probably, that's not where your brain is gonna go.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm very excited to read a nonfiction book.
Mm-hmm. When is it coming out?
It is out.
Oh, I thought it was like coming out next year.
No, it is out.
Oh, well then
yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say we should read it, but not for Face and Gaze.
Not for Face and Gaze.
Yeah. What else would I would wait a bit? Look, my voice is dying. Look, I can't talk seriously about the book that I die. There's something else I want to say. Yeah, I really liked the part when Ada started to like dress differently and realize other parts of her gender, etc.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, ooh.
That was good to watch. Or good to watch. Good to read.
Yeah. So it was this part when she just had been at a psychiatrist. Can I find it though? And they were like,
it was like closer to halfway through, or was it the one at the end?
It's like, well, you don't need to go back. I told Ada. She frowned. The therapist said sometimes it's going to feel like I don't need help. She said I should ignore that feeling. I was like, don't be silly. You can't ignore me. I said you're not going back, okay? I was like, it's like you're not hearing me, Ada. I don't want you to see her again. So it was like very controlling in this scene. I was just like,
and then right after, Ashugara hurts Ada, like, and gives Ada like an intense migraine.
Yeah.
Oh, and then afterwards, like, yeah, they listened to me. They didn't go to that psychiatrist again or something like that after giving Ada the migraine. So which sounded painful because I read that while having like a borderline migraine, and I'm like, oh no.
Also, this when Ada took the top surgery, people were like, why would you go more feminine without boobs? They asked. More people get it done to be more masculine. And I was like, I thought it was really nice that Ada just like felt more comfortable going more feminine after removing boobs. How do you say removing breasts? That's maybe better. Removing boobs. Yeah. And I just felt like but everyone is different. Everyone feels like doing different things, and just like showing that, I was just like, I approve this.
Oh yeah, I totally understand.
Yeah, and I felt like that other person that said that was like, well, fuck you. We don't care about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Self-discovery and acceptance is always good to see with a main character. True as well.
That is true.
I think I just like jumped over many comments. Too bad I haven't read a Crazy Romance's novel, but it seems like I have to. We've just been spoiling the whole book.
Well, I'm sorry, Justin.
Yes.
But you're 30 minutes in, you should know.
I read a bunch of interviews when I first read it. They're really informative. We should have done this. Actually, Tanya should have been here.
Yeah, Tanya, just tell us everything.
Yeah, yeah. I thought about the multiplicity identity too, so I wasn't sure how to interpret it. It was a very hard book to read, a lot to think about. Yes.
Mm-hmm. This is definitely one of those books that you finish and then you just sit down for an hour and just think about it,
Yeah.
Like I need time to process what I just read.
Oh, sorry, I'm just
What?
ruined you. Look, interrupted you. That was what I was trying to say. It was
No, you're good.
When they were at like a party or something, and then someone came. I can see you change. He told us his eyes narrowed in interest. Your body language, how you talk, your eyes. You're not always the same person, are you? And I was like, they know.
Yeah, I was like,
this was another person I think that had the same.
I think so.
She met someone in the end that had the same, and I was just like, this is interesting. Yeah.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah. So I like that too. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the ending because I'm sure what happened. Did Ada die?
It seems like Ada died, at least.
It seems like Ada died, right?
Yeah.
Literally, the last sentence is all freshwater comes out of my mouth. I still don't understand exactly what that means. But it seems like she tried to kill herself once, then she failed, and then she tried again. And she goes into this like state, seeing the road and everything. And I was like, is she dead? I don't understand.
Yeah, like it seems it says my mother draws closer now. I see a road, a red road opening before me. The forest is green, the sun is hot. The river's full of scales. I'm less afraid. I am brother, sister who remained. I am a village full of faces and compound full of bones, translucent thousands. Why should I be afraid? I am the source of the spring. It really seems like Ada died.
But when you read it out loud, the writing, just saying, so good.
Yes, literally. I was like,
so good. I just have to say it again.
It was very good. But yeah, it really does seem like she died.
Yeah.
I was like looking around this and I'm like, yeah.
I think that's sad. That's a sad ending.
That is
so obviously it's not completely after the author's life because the author is not dead.
True.
Sure.
Plot twist, that's not the author, that's somebody else dressed up as the author.
I did not pick up on that. So I was like, wait, did Ada die?
Like it seemed like it. I was like,
it seemed to me that she died. Yeah.
Because I can't think of anything else that would mean, like, unless some part of her died.
Yeah.
There's gotta be, it's like either some part of her died or she died.
Yeah. But it was like written from Ada's perspective, not one of the other perspectives.
Yeah, definitely. I think the last perspective was the chapter before.
Yeah.
And it says, the last sentence of that one is, yes, now you are beginning to understand.
But the last like part, what you just read, when like she meets like, it seems like she meets all her ancestors, etc., which makes it more of me leaning towards it being like a multiple self in spirituality, in like in different cultures that Tanya mentioned earlier, than it being the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
especially because there's a part where right before that it says, I am here and not here, real and not real, energy pushed into the skin and bone. I am my others. We are one and are many. Everything gets clearer with each day as long as I listen. With each morning, I am less afraid.
Yeah.
Which kind of rhymes now that I feel maybe it didn't rhyme. Maybe I just said it like it did. But I was like, wow.
I really liked listening to you read it out loud. Afterwards, can you read the whole book for me?
No, I stutter too much for that.
No, you never stutter.
When I read.
Could it mean the gods left her? I don't know. I feel like Ada just killed herself, which is really sad. That's what I feel like happened.
Yeah, that's what it feels like it happened too.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Also, by the way, just a super random note, but do you know how Freshwater is written differently on my cover? Yeah. And it's like in like that font on yours. Inside, it is in that font.
Is it really?
Yeah, like look. So it's not. Oh god.
Oh wow.
So I thought that was cool because it's like a
Yeah, I got that too.
homage to like the US cover. Yeah.
Because did they come out at the same time or did the US come out first?
You ask funny questions. It says first published in 2018. This paperback edition first published in 2019.
Oh, this paperback came out in 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says this paperback edition came out in December 2018.
Yeah.
So. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So yeah.
Could it mean that the gods left her?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, it could. It really could. To see, it's like maybe I'll catch up on it more if I reread it. But
yeah,
but
live
it's like
from point two.
Yeah, I'm like, it sounds like it could have been that too.
Yeah. So I think they will be seen as the gods leaving her or being put at peace. At Ada meets a priest, and who exorcises them. But the suicide interpretation also makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Because there's a section that even says, like, the page before it says, but I had surrendered, and the reward was that I knew myself. I did not come from a human lineage, and I will not leave one behind. I have no ancestors.
You looking at me as if I have the answers.
I was like, what does this mean?
Let's tweet at a great game. Hey, did Ada die or not?
Like I need to know it. The author will probably say, like, it's what you think. No, did Ada die?
I want to know.
Don't leave it up for interpretation.
I have the same comment as Sandra, but I would rather have Cecilia's edition. So this is true for me too. I was going to buy Freshwater with that cover, but then I never buy US paperback, which is what you have. I always buy UK paperback or I buy the hardcover. But the hardcover was so freaking expensive. I was like, okay, I will go with UK paperback because I didn't want to spend like the double amount.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But I don't think this is that good, this cover. This is like just the title. It's not a good cover. But I am a cheap person because I buy way too many books and I don't have afford to be. Yeah.
Yeah, I got this one for like $8.
Yeah.
But I'm sad because I had it in my bag yesterday and it was pouring down rain as I was walking to work. So it's like it's got some damage on it now. It's not
good work. Good work.
That's what I deserve, but
Sandra said, "Oh, it looks like a Quake essay has a whole reading list on their site about Igbo ontology." And Anya also linked it in the Discord if people want to see.
I would like to check that.
The Discord is linked down below. Please join us. We are very lonely. I feel like I don't write in the Discord enough.
I don't either. I know I don't.
You never do. So
I literally never do. I forget the Discord exists, and I'm gonna do better. I promise. I'm going to be updating every moment in October. I promise. Y'all are going to get annoyed with me.
You can't just promise this and then not like.
I promise and never go through my promises.
Yeah. Water damage on freshwater sounds appropriate. True.
Honestly, yeah.
True.
Freshwater within the good old American rainwater.
But yeah, overall though, I don't know how well this, like, of course it's queer because Ada. I say Ada. I don't know why. I know it's Ada, but Ada is like a Norwegian. How you say Norwegian? That's why I say it.
Oh.
If you met someone in Norway, they would say your name Ada, not Ada. But either way, what was I going to say? Like, I feel. What did I say? Oh my god. What did I say?
You were talking about. Shoot, now I can't even think.
I literally lost it.
I was like, you were talking about shoot, I don't know. Anyways, next.
Anyways, I was gonna say that I don't know. Oh yeah, of course it's queer. That was what I was saying.
Yes.
Because Ada starts dating, women, and she's definitely not cis anymore, I assume, etc. And it's definitely queer, but I don't know how it fits like in the genre-ness. That was what I was trying to say.
Yeah, it's if it is fantasy, it's very low fantasy.
Yeah.
Like
Tanya being like, I know what you were talking about.
Yeah. How to fit to the book club? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No clue. I mean, it was good to read. It's definitely different than any of the books we normally read.
Yeah.
So it was a good
book.
It was fresh.
No, now
I'm
you have to
stupid. I'm
leave.
sorry.
No, you have to leave.
Okay, I'm going. I tried to be funny, but it was a fresh take.
I would read the comments instead of listening to you. Oh, thanks for reminding me of the Discord. I also completely forgot. Yay.
See, I'm not the only one.
There also seem to be some ace feels. I feel that too. I felt like Ada did not have an interest in sex, but only Ashuhara did have an interest, and that's why Ada got an interest in it, because she said she didn't feel any of those feelings.
Yes.
So I also got like ace vibes.
Me too. Me too.
Faes and Gaze magical realism. I mean, it's still like fantasy below, even if it's magical realism.
Yeah, it goes kind of in that field.
Yeah.
Which, aren't we reading another magical realism? Or no, I think that's straight fantasy. Never mind.
I would just go to the next. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I thought a lot so it was magical realism, but maybe it's just fantasy.
I have no idea.
I would have to look it up. But anyways.
And it pronounces a lot like a word adder in the audiobook. And I remember thinking, oh, that's a snake, I see. And then I checked the print edition, it's Ada, and I felt like a big dummy. Oh no.
No, there was a part also at the beginning where I think it was her dad or something, killed a snake. And they said, you should have done that. Oh yeah, it said right here. It says, when the child cries, don't take it for granted. Do you hear me? It says the Ada huddled in Sachi's arms shaking and was talking about, like, he just killed a snake. And he said he had no idea what he had done.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. That was the end of chapter 1. I was like, oh.
Yeah, the chapter 1, I was like, huh?
I see where we're going. Okay.
Yeah.
But yes. Anything else you wanted to say?
About Freshwater?
Yes.
I don't think so. I think we covered a lot, but I think like there's so many things you could still discuss about the book.
Yeah.
It's like a really book where you can think about a lot of the different aspects to it.
True.
Too bad I cannot articulate words. But yeah, I think it's definitely one of our most interesting ones.
Definitely.
Really, really different. And I think that was nice.
Yeah. Sometimes good to like do something that's completely different than what we normally do.
Yeah. Soon we're back to the necromancy books. Don't worry.
Yeah. And the next month we're gonna go back into the debauchery. We're gonna go right back into it.
Yeah, I'm hoping for some smut in the next one.
I heard there's some good smut in it. That's what I've heard.
We do love some smut.
We do love some.
Finally, smut. I don't even think we had proper smut book.
Here. No, I don't think we've had like the occasional smut, but like not full on.
Not proper smut.
Yeah.
I like that we went from like, let's talk about the sexual assault that happened in this book to we want smut.
We want smut. We want consensual smut.
Yeah. I mean, reading non-consensual smut is of course fine, but
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I meant reading it, not doing it. Like,
yeah,
you read it in the book, like you know what I meant.
Anyway, no.
Anyway, I haven't read a lot somewhere yet, but I think it's straight up portals, teleport around the world. That sounds like magic to me.
Yep, sounds like magic.
Yeah, basically anything in my book is magic as long as it cannot happen in our world. It's magic, or like science fiction or whatever. But I think science fiction is a bit like fantasy because it's made up. It's just based on science. Just saying.
Yeah,
but it still can't happen in real life. So it's.
I mean, but science fiction could still happen in real life because dystopians are science fiction.
Oh yeah, but yeah. Either way. Yeah. Do you have more? What star rating did you give it?
Oh, I'm in my placeholder at the moment is like a 4.
Yeah, same.
Feels like a 4. Feels like a good 4, you know.
We always give the same rating. This is like
we usually do. It's usually general, unless I completely hate something.
Yeah, but that's
that I'm brutal. That I'm like 1 star.
That was The City We Became that you didn't like.
And A Dark and Hollow Star.
Yeah, but I also didn't like A Dark and Hollow Star.
True. But yeah.
You've been shaming A Dark and Hollow Star in every live.
I feel so bad. The author follows me on Twitter too, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
The author follows Facing Gaze on Twitter.
That's true, and we're like, we hated that. No.
We are so sorry. We are so sorry.
Anyways, no.
Yeah. What was the October book again? Yeah, we can talk about that.
Yes.
Let's do that because
So
we are.
I have it with me.
I don't have it. I have ordered it, but it is.
Okay.
I have ordered it, but don't have
I'll
a
let you
physical
take out.
copy.
I wish I had an iPad, but I'll let you do it.
I cannot zoom in on the picture. It's not
Oh.
letting me. Okay, I'm doing it like this. This is like horrible.
As long as you bring it up to the camera, I think we'll be fine.
It's Lord of Eternal Night by Ben Alderson. It's an indie book. You can get it on Amazon. Sorry, we're supporting Amazon. Whoa, you can get it on Kindle. You can get a physical paperback. I ordered mine, and I live not in UK. I live in Norway, and I said it will be arrived like the 7th of October. So it's like 1 week
That's good.
until. So I think if you order it now, you can still get it by the end of October.
True.
It's an
Or worst case, get it digitally.
It's an MM book. It seems like to be a vampire and a dude, and I hope they fuck. I'll be honest.
I'm ready for some good after a Dowry of Blood, I needed more vampires in my life.
Okay, I need to buy that. But yeah,
do it.
I'm excited.
Do it. It's gay.
Yeah. Okay. The group pressure is intense right now, I think.
It's like bisexuality in the book.
Okay. So now I just ignored what you said.
Sorry, to November.
In November, we are reading Under a Whispering Door. Look at how many covers.
By TJ Klune.
Yeah. Oh my god, why can't I do this? There. Yeah, this is also I think, but also probably more rap in it. That was an excellent delivery, Sandra. Thank you.
Beautiful.
For what? When they had that I said I wanted to have sex.
For sure. Yeah. That and also
vampires getting jiggy. What's jiggy?
Yeah. Jiggy means like having sex, pretty much.
I thought you meant I was gonna say like you dingle your balls or something because that's not like jiggling. Jiggling.
Yeah, it's like a something that people used to say in like the 50s and 60s, like let's get jiggy with it, or like, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Either way, this seems probably cuter than the last one, so there's probably not going to be great sex.
More wholesome.
Yeah. But it seems to be ghosts in it, so it fits. And then of course for December, oh god, I went into Google Maps again. It's just like last time, I think.
No.
Oh my god, I did it again! I swear. Don't. Oh my god! It came up like.
I'm gonna just take your iPad away. It's confiscated.
Yeah, I think.
You've lost your iPad privilege.
I went into Amazon. Here, I have it now.
All right.
It's. Oh no!
That is not it. That is a page. Anyways, in December, we're going to be reading Elotsoe by Darcy Little Badger. It's not magical realism. It's fantasy. There is Arrow and Ace rep. It's from an indigenous author, and it looks very good.
I'm embarrassed for myself, but thank you for talking.
You're welcome. I saved you there. No.
I'm excited. I haven't read a vampire book in a long time. Same. Wait, oh my god, the cat ears have lies. I never noticed before. Yes, they're supposed to switch color, but they just don't. Guess they don't like me. Every time I do the live, they don't switch color. When I'm not in the live, they switch color. I don't know why. Okay, it's a thing. So vampire reading tip. I'll know Dracula by Kim Newman. I freaking love it. Okay, I'm gonna search it up.
Okay.
No, do they have sex in it?
Do they have sex in it?
I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on with me.
You're like, okay. I need to read some smut, evidently.
Yeah, because I just read a book. I finished it right before this live, and like it was like YA, so it was like smutty, but it doesn't go there. But it did almost go there, and then the book ended when they were gonna have sex.
What book was that?
Well, I don't want to say because it's a spoiler for my next video. I'll tell you after the live.
Okay.
Like it's tiny romance, but do they have sex? I don't care if it's a tiny romance.
You're like, where is the sex?
Sorry. This is going to be me the whole next live, by the way.
No, you're.
Yeah, because then I actually. Okay. Sorry,
I'm gonna have to reel you in next live.
Yeah, you do.
But yes.
What
do you have any queer rights?
Yes. I'm so sorry. So I read finally.
Yes.
The Long Way to an Angry Planet, to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers, and I actually had a pretty bad reading month. Almost all the books I read was like 2 or 3 stars.
Ooh.
And I was like, I don't like this. This whole month has been going, yeah. And I had like 30 books on my TBR, and like over half of them I feel like I didn't like. So yeah. But I
Well.
only managed to read 29, by the way. I didn't manage to read 30.
Only 29.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
read like 4.
Yeah, but it's fine. Either way, but this was really good. Like, I know a lot of people said it was character driven, and I don't generally like character driven stories.
Same.
Because I like plot that's amazing. Unless it's a contemporary, then it's fine, because then I don't expect the plot.
True.
But this, just like, even though it was slow, I just cared so much about the characters. I really liked going to the different species in the book, because we are like in space and there's like different aliens and creatures and etc. and learning about all the different cultures and people. And then like how some of the like romances, or like, I guess, mutual agreement in having sex, not necessarily a romance, just agree to be together, and just like all the relationship characters. It was really good. So I'm very excited to read the sequel eventually. I said eventually because I probably picked up the sequels like in 5 months.
Sounds good.
Because I'm slow with picking up sequels. But yeah, it was really good. And I'm excited to read more book by Becky, because I think all of her books are queer, it seems like.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah. This is really popular though, so I doubt like it's a revolutionary that like I have, like, yeah. But I finally read it. Do you have recommendations? Is that a no?
Listen, this was the month of DNFs. Okay? Like, I DNF'd this book. I'm still reading Song of Achilles. But then I checked out some other queer books from the library, though. Like, These Witches Don't Burn by Isabel Sterling. And then I have Magic for Liars by Sarah Gailey, which is also a queer fantasy. And I think this one is queer, but like, don't quote me on that. It is, I think, Iron and Velvet by Alex Hall. It looks very bad, but you know, like, look at that.
We love us some bad though.
You know, yeah. No, yeah, I think it is queer, but that's it. I'm a bad gay. I know.
Yeah, you're the worst. No.
Yeah,
I'm joking.
But I'm still reading the Song of Achilles, and I'm enjoying it. I think I'm on page 145.
Let's have exclusive live show for Song of Achilles.
Let's go. Let's do it. But I'm taking my time with it because I know it's going to emotionally wreck me.
That's nice. But are you not already emotionally wrecked?
I'm always emotionally wrecked.
So why are you taking your time then?
But like, do I want to like cry my eyes out today? Not particularly, you know, like.
Okay, so Tanya said that ableism is bad and medical said it's violent so hard. This is also John. But do you mean this? I feel a bit stupid now because I think I missed something now in the book. Can you message me on Discord and tell me what you mean? Thank you.
Yeah. Is it in that book? I'm like, oh no, what is it?
I'm like, yeah, Tanya is like educating us all today.
Yeah, I was like,
always delivering.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always.
Either way. Question: do your channel pick up recent books only, or do you talk classics too? Do you mean my channel, or do you mean the book club?
Because the book club we haven't read a classic, because most classics aren't queer and fantasy.
Yeah. So we mostly read recent reads, but not like from the last few years. Not like it wasn't released. A lot of them are new, but some are like older.
Yeah.
But just because the older queer books are quite bad and problematic.
True.
But if you talk about my channel, then I do sometimes read classic, but most of the time I just read whatever I want to.
Yeah, me too. I'm reading a classic right now.
Yeah.
It's called Hadrina and All My Dreams. It came out in 1926. It's like a Haitian classic.
Huh. So I recently read Dune that was released in the 70s. It's kind of classic.
You read what?
Dune.
Oh, Dune. I thought you said June. I'm like, what is June?
Yeah, but because I can't speak English today. And also, like, I mean, I've read classics like Jane Eyre and Dracula and stuff, but like, I will read 15 fantasy books and one classic. So I wouldn't exactly say that I am a focus on classics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Sure.
But yeah, Sarah Gaily, I read River of Teeth this month and so fun. Okay.
Sounds
What's
good.
this? River of Teeth. I need
I
to
feel like I've heard of that. Or at least I know I've heard of the author.
I read Het tegnet over sektelse vann en mens.
I could not even attempt to
I
pronounce
think it's
that. It's about climate grief and it's lesbian.
It's Dutch from the Netherlands.
Oh.
Don't you speak Dutch in the Netherlands? My brain is like, yeah. By Leike Masman this month. It's about climate grief and it's lesbian. Way climate grief and lesbian together. That sounds like
that sounds like a good book, honestly.
Yeah.
If they have an English translation, I'll read it.
I will. Thank you, Tanya. I mean, got a thing for Fates, brand new here, don't know the club. Well, thank you for joining. Join the club and my channel.
Yes. Yes.
Both. Welcome. Yes. Yes, it's Dutch. Look, I knew from reading it. I'm a good European. Sometimes.
I'm American, so I know nothing.
Yeah.
Does
Americans know anything?
I have a book that could teach me how to speak Norwegian.
We should look it up afterwards together.
Oh, we should, yeah. I got it from my grandma, and she got it, I think, in the 60s or 70s, so it's probably out of date, but, you know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, Cecilia, sorry, guys, after you mentioned in your TBR. Wait, Cecilia has a video?
No, I don't have a video.
I'm just bullying.
It's this book. I'm so dumb.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry. Let's end it. Let's end the live. No. I'm sorry. In my defense, I got these books because my library has like a kind of like a mystery box where you put like what you want to read and then they just give you random books. So this was one of those books. And I just said, give me queer/BIPOC books. So those are the books I got, you know?
Yeah.
They gave me like 8 of them. I'm like, I can't read all of these.
I love this comment. This is like, I want to hang it on my wall. It's so funny. But yeah, I was gonna say I read Justin's last comment and I don't know what to say to that. So,
wait, what does it say?
Just don't read
Catholic?
it out loud.
Oh,
no,
wait.
I don't know. Read it up before. I am a bit unsure what's happening right now. But yeah.
Oh, and yes, it is very fun. I even linked my Goodreads so they wouldn't give me a book I've already read. So I am doing a video on it. So
you are doing a video because last time you told me you were doing a video and it never came. I'm sorry. I feel like I've been mean to you in this live.
Trying to be better, okay? I didn't come here to get roasted.
Yeah, you did. Who else is going to keep you on your toes?
Yeah, you're right, honestly.
Okay, so I need to check up this too now.
I did read Upright Women Wanted. I did.
You liked
it? I gave it a 3-star.
Wow.
I read it at the beginning.
Read it after all.
No, I gave it read it in the beginning of the year, and I listened to an audiobook, which might have been my mistake because I listened to it all in one sitting. And after I read it, I'm like, I remember literally nothing. So I don't know. It just didn't do anything for me. Like, it wasn't great, but it wasn't good. You know, that didn't make any sense. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. But so maybe I'll like Magic for Liars better.
Okay. Yes. Well, I think we're going now. We're over an hour.
Yes, I think we're good.
Yes. Okay. So thank you all for joining. You see us in a month or so, hopefully.
Yes.
I was like thinking like
to talk about vampire smut.
Yeah, vampires and sex, basically.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. Look, I can't speak. Goodbye.
Bye.